Movie night. Movie night. Movie night. Ain't no doubt we about to watch one. Movie night. Turn it on. Got to get it started. Let's watch a movie tonight. Let's watch a movie tonight. Movie nights are always the best of times. Movie night. Watching. Keep on watching. Whoops. Got to keep on watching. Keep on watching. I got a little too confident there. But that's okay. That should be the last time we have to do just... Oh, yeah, we got the real deal coming. Yeah, we got it professionally done, so we're going to have a... Next, and it's the only logical option, is a video. Well, we're wearing mustaches because we just watched Mario. No, I think this is the perfect Ron Swanson mustache. Oh, yeah, these are perfect Ron Swanson. And this episode was all about Ron Swanson in a way or another. Yep, that you never saw coming. We just watched The Last of Us episode 3. It leads off with Joel and Ellie, present day, and for a very limited time. See, when they switched to Ron Swanson, I don't remember what they said, but it was pretty much like, hey, do you want to talk about Tess? And Joel was like, I don't want to talk about Tess. And then I was like, okay, now it's Ron Swanson's episode. Yeah. When they switched to him, I was like, oh, Beast. New addition. I thought that might be like the third member. Oh, he'd be a great member. Yeah, that's a shame. And they need, but he's practically another Joel. So because Joel's a survivalist. It starts with Joel and Ellie, and they go to that gas station where Joel keeps his stuff. Oh yeah. And Ellie goes to the back room, and she goes down that hole. Why was she like keeping that hole a secret? Oh yeah. Well, you know? Why was that? I just don't understand. Why didn't when she killed the zombie? Why didn't it like cause an outrage? I think he was. I mean, this stuff was on top of him. I think he was cut off from the rest of the fungi. So that's why he wasn't in on the. He wasn't in on the pack. Oh dang! Yeah. Cut people off like that. Mm-hmm. So they do that. She gets some tampons, and then it. Which would be like I feel like the first thing to go. Or was? Oh yeah, she found him luckily in the hole. Yeah, she found him in the hole. She found him in the hole. Yeah. That's usually why you find tampons. Gross. So that was like the opener, and then she's like, hey, Tess is dead. Stop blaming me. It's not my fault. You made your choice. And then it flashes back to the beginning of the whole thing, 2003. And he's exactly who you would expect Ron Swanson to be in this situation. Oh, yeah. Besides one tiny little detail. Like, as a survivalist? Oh, yeah, he's a doomsday prepper. So... Like, everyone's, packing up and getting out of there, and he's hiding in his basement while the government... The most beast bunker. Oh, my God. It made me want one in my house. Same. He had a huge chest with, like, a basement bunker, hidden basement. They were like, we checked the basement, no one's here. And he's hiding in the second basement. And the bottom of the chest was, like, an attic staircase. It was sick. He just creaked it open, pushed the chest... Oh, it was so cool. So he was a doomsday prepper, and he had all the right gear, everything he wanted, tons of guns, food. As soon as it happened, he went to get gasoline and load up on everything that he didn't have. Oh, yeah, I didn't really know what he was doing with the boat, but then I was like, it turned into a trailer. This dude's a freaking So people who are doomsday... Why wouldn't you just take a trailer, though? He must not have one. He had a boat. At that point, he had a trailer. I guess he had a whole grocery store. People mad at taking their trailers with them. He could have gotten one from Home Depot when he stole that stuff. He went to like a Sam's Club. He wanted an open trailer. He had no need for a boat anymore. It was a perfectly good trailer. He was shopping until he dropped. My question about doomsday preppers is, what do you get? What do you mean? What would be the first thing you got in a doomsday situation? Oh, you mean when he's like looting everything? Correct. See, because I wouldn't say toilet paper because I either need an infinite supply of toilet paper or eventually I'm going to run out, so I might as well get used to using leaves or my hand. Toilet paper hadn't even crossed my mind. Maybe, like, toothpaste. First thing I would do is go to, like, a grocery store and get all the canned goods. Stuff that's going to last forever. Candy. Fun. All the candy. Anything that lasts a long time. I might take a little bit of the stuff. If I have a freezer availability, I'll take, like... Yeah, I'm going to a grocery store and taking everything. You're probably screwed in a zombie apocalypse. Oh, I'm dead. Absolutely dead. I mean, I would have to eat just like no carbs, and hopefully my insulin was just Yeah, I mean,
yeah, you're toast.
I would have to work out and eat no carbs. It'd be insane.
It would be day one. You'd be so toast. Good
day
luck,
one.
man.
I got like 6 months supply of insulin in my fridge.
Okay.
I got 6 months in me.
Okay. What if you don't have power though?
The first thing I'm doing is going to
Get some insulin.
Get some insulin.
Exactly.
I'm going to like the pharmacy. I'm going to all of them, and I'm grabbing as much insulin as I can find.
Oh yeah, that's okay. You're good.
And then I spend my days
pigs.
doing chemistry. Yeah, pig
raise
insulin.
pigs.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'll figure that out.
You're good.
Yeah, so I'll live. But
Nice. I'm fine.
So I'm going to the pharmacy first. And I'm taking everything from the pharmacy. I'm gonna really douche anyone else who comes looking for goods in the pharmacy.
Wow.
I have to. I mean, this is doomsday.
Yeah.
If you're a doomsday prepper, though, you want that shit to happen, right? Like, you don't go your whole life, like, expecting doomsday to happen, and then...
When you get on your deathbed, if you're in that situation...
You're like, I'm so stupid.
Shit.
Yeah, I've wasted my life. Like, I feel like everyone who in doomsday wants the apocalypse to happen. They're like, I want to be... Mr. I told you
it's
so.
Just, told you.
They want to be told you so more than anyone. They're like, I got just the way to do it. If this shit does happen, it's the ultimate told you so.
Also... On that point, the told you so would be so just like, that's the best told you so of all time, and I bet they would be real jerks about it.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you're be a freaking zombie, though.
No, I mean, like, if it was like, I'm thinking in this situation with anyone else, they're just getting douched. Ron Swanson is not...
Oh, yeah. No, that was ridiculous. Ridiculous. So, 3 years go by. He takes over this tiny little town, and he even fences it in. How does he fence it in? I mean, that's got to be impossible.
I was wondering about that.
I mean, I understand he had 3 years, and he can do stuff.
Was there already some fence there?
Oh, I don't think so.
No.
Yeah, I mean, they were, like, out of there within 3 days, and that wasn't a town you fence in like that.
Fence still.
Oh, yeah, it was great barricade.
It looked like, if anything, like a military community that was, like, really strict, but also, like, had everything they needed to be fully sufficient on their own.
But
he did drive through a city.
The shit happened, and they left, like, 3 days later. You know, like the whole town left 3 days after the original thing. So it's not like they were fenced in because of that. He made that fence.
Okay. Dang.
So the fence was, you know, I mean,
he had 4 years.
He could pick it up from like Home Depot or somewhere that sells fencing, but it's just going to take you a long, long time.
That was also like a 12-foot security grade fence.
Yeah, it was a nice fence. It had barbed wire on the top.
I don't think you could knock that over.
Oh,
that's
also,
not going around a baseball field. That's going around.
And then he knew how to rig it up to where he could do a code, access code.
Yeah, that could have already came with the fence.
Maybe.
Maybe this was a prison fence, and he just untied it and then cemented it into the ground. Because I think Rod...
How do you know the code?
Worked at the prison.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe he recoded it. I mean, once you have... I think he recoded the fence.
I mean, let's not get tied up on the fence, but I was for a smidge. Yeah. I was like, that would be really, really tough. That was the hardest thing he did.
Is that the hardest thing you did? He had an underground bunker.
I mean, you can build that easy.
Yeah,
I mean, I could make that as a builder. You could just be like, hey, frame in this bunker. I want 2 accesses to the basement. I want a concrete wall in between, so it looks like the basement ends here, but really, there's a whole second basement.
That'd be sick.
Yeah, it's peasy.
How big would your bunker
be?
The
gate, like by yourself, putting up that fence, impossible.
You're not Ron Swanson.
You could cut like a basement in half and have a pretty big bunker.
Yeah, but then
they'd be like, "What's wrong with this basement?"
Yeah.
I mean,
like it was a development thing. They could only be this big.
Yeah.
With the mud and erosion.
You can say you backfilled the rest of the basement. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I don't know.
Easy money.
Yeah. So, anyway,
the rest is a bunker.
I thought that the fence was pretty tough to do. Well, then 3 years go by, and he has all these booby traps set out for zombies. And that one when he's watching TV. And he's like, never gets old. And he shoots him in the head, and that's like what he does for entertainment. That was pretty funny.
That's a good source of entertainment in that situation.
Oh yeah, it's like, what did I do? And then he's got all these booby traps for zombie. It's Zombie Home Alone.
Well,
and
he had like DVDs. That is a good point. That is just like
it was Zombie Home Alone, and he would be watching his cameras outside, and someone would trip the wire, and he would turn on that TV and watch a zombie get its head blown off.
Mm-hmm. Except for one time, it wasn't.
Yeah.
And the dude just fell into a hole.
Yeah, so one of his booby traps 3 years later was a big hole, and this dude falls into it, and he's not a zombie.
He's a man.
He is a man, and he lets him out, and I mean this is a doomsday prepper we're talking about here, and he just
he bags him out. He does all the proper protocol.
Yeah, he's up to protocol at first. You know, he's got his gun on him. He's like, don't you move.
He climbs up to the top of the ladder, and then he's like, you stay there.
He's like,
that's everything right.
Now go on, get. And the guy's like, I haven't eaten in 2 days. It's like, 2 days, dude. This is.
That doesn't sound a lot when you say it. But.
Yeah. It's like, if you go, you're gonna tell everyone. Anyways, he talks his way in.
Yeah, because I think Ron Swanson, this is a real antisocial do-gooder in a way. I don't think he's talked to somebody certainly in 4 years, maybe like in 24 years.
Yeah, maybe his whole life.
Yeah, because he's been deep in that bunker. So I think he just
he wanted some company for sure. So this guy he lets in, he gives him a shower, he gives him some clothes,
whips him up a Gordon Ramsay level meal.
He makes him a meal, and today I posted a podcast where me and Zach said we got to stop talking about the gays, but this show threw us right back into it.
Yeah, and I didn't expect them to be gay right up until like the fact that it was too late.
What was the part that I knew exactly when
Definitely by like the piano.
Oh, as soon as he said he was giving him that wine, and he goes, "Wow,
I know how to pair a shot."
Yeah, picante with the duck. And he goes, "I know I don't look the type." And then they make eyes. I go, "Oh God."
I thought that was like a Sauvignon, whatever that. What's that word?
Sauvignon.
Sauvignon.
I believe that's the word. So.
No, it was like. For me, it was probably when they were like, "What woman broke your heart?" And then.
Oh well, duh. That's when everyone knew. He's like, "It wasn't a woman."
What do you mean?
And then they get it on, and these guys are bearded out, and two beards kissing is
it is weird.
It's a classic look. It mainly just looks like you're smushing your faces together.
Yeah.
Hair everywhere.
Seems really ticklish. Like I'm wearing this fake mustache right now.
And it is tickling the dickens out of me. I could imagine rubbing this mustache up against another guy's mustache beard too.
The mental fortitude.
Yeah.
Your wife should be scratching the whole time, man.
I can't even imagine a girl kissing a dude with a beard.
I can't.
It seems miserable.
Yeah. I don't know. I can't grow facial hair, so I don't gotta worry about it.
Yeah. So.
Unless I kiss Ron Swanson.
So the show checks its gay box. They get it on. Yeah, they get it on.
That was the whole thing, and also apparently Ron Swanson, I think his name is Bill in the show.
Yeah, Bill.
Bill and Frank. So Bill is in the video game, and he had a partner.
Ron is.
Yeah. Bill, Ron Swanson.
Mm-hmm.
And he had a partner in the video game, Frank.
Mm-hmm.
So they were a part of the video game.
Yeah.
Frank was already dead.
So he wasn't a part of the video game.
So then the creators of the show were like,
let's give him backstory.
You're welcome, baby. Here you go, Hollywood. And then it was like, full.
Ah, okay.
And I mean, like, it was a good story.
Oh, great story, in fact.
Yeah. R.I.P. I thought he was going to die when he got shot in the belly.
When he first comes out as gay and then they have that, like, get it on scene. Gay, straight, hottest woman alive, that would just make me uncomfortable. I don't even need those scenes of anyone.
Yeah, I don't really
I'm like watching it with Taylor. I mean, they're like in the bed just uncomfortably, and I'm just like, man, this could we could move on now.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what to talk about with this episode.
Yeah, well, we can move on from that. So then the guy says, I'm not a whore, so I'm going to stay here for a few days.
Yeah, he said,
right?
This ass ain't free.
Yeah, this ass ain't free. You're going to pay for this shit.
And then he goes, I mean, honestly, bro, like, there's things that I wouldn't do, but, like, if there was a Ron...
Whoa.
I'm saying...
Tread lightly.
I'm saying that I would really not want to leave that facility by, like just go back into the nature.
So you would...
Not go gay for Ron Swanson. I don't know, man. I'm just going to bail. That thing was like, that's the only place that dude would have died.
So you would lead him on. Hey, man, if I stay around...
Yeah, is there like an apartment somewhere close?
I dabble. Yeah, so...
I don't know. Would you, like, once you had a nice shower and a rabbit confit...
I'm not trying to leave, no.
No, that's all I'm saying.
I'm not crawling into bed with them.
Yeah, and I don't think he would have asked. I think he was a gentleman.
You think he would have let you stay? Without the ass?
I think we would have just had to find other hobbies.
Oh,
he seems like a...
You like cards? Yeah.
You make like boats and shit.
Well, I mean, the guy
he makes chairs.
Oh yeah, he can definitely make a canoe.
He made chairs as Ron Swanson.
He made a canoe. Oh, I mean, this guy was Ron Swanson. Like, if they would have named him Ron, I would have been like, oh, that's funny. Yeah, you know, he was basically the same character.
He practically I don't know what. It's Nick. Looks more like a Ron than a Nick.
Oh, who?
Nick Offerman.
Oh, what do you call him? It was a good one.
Jack Offerman.
Yeah, that's who he is in this episode. So.
I don't know.
Dude, that was a good one. I didn't want to take it from you.
I know, but I don't want to.
Okay, Nick Offerman. Would you consider Nick Offerman an A-list, B-list, or C-list?
B-list, high B.
Okay, so how do you, 88? How do you, me and Taylor have had big conversations about A-listers lately. Okay. So, what do you do to determine? Like, how would you determine an A-lister? Now I know who they are.
I think an A-lister
Your Brad
Pitts
Pitts.
To be maybe more attractive. Sadly, like Amy Poehler was the main. I don't think she's an A-lister, and she was like
Danny DeVito, A-lister. Not Mr.
Not cute, but pitbull cute. No, like bulldog cute.
Oh yeah.
Danny DeVito's got that persona about him that you can't just hate. Same with Charlie Day.
That it cannot be about how you look.
I mean, isn't that what celebrities are? I think it's like 95% how you look. No, that's crazy. Let
me think of one. I'm trying to think of something just hideous. So if your name gets brought up.
I'm so sorry. I'm going to take you back to this clip.
Yeah. Well, Taylor says if you know their name.
That's insane.
No, I say if you both know their name. That's a pretty good testament.
What about like rappers?
I think like musicians are definitely A-listers.
I think the vast majority of musicians are B-listers, and then you got like.
Give me one that's a B-lister.
Tyler the Creator.
Yeah, B-lister.
A$AP Rocky.
Okay, that's too easy because it's like, oh, they sing this song. I know them because like artist is always tied to it. Okay, so that's not a good judge.
B-list celebrities.
Yeah. Eminem, A-lister.
A-lister.
Beyonce. Nicki Minaj. Rihanna. Jay-Z.
Kanye.
Yeah, well, they're really rich, so that helps.
Yeah. Maybe it's got to do with wealth, too. You know what? There's just a lot to...
You know it? It's like porn. You know it when you see it.
Every time we say something, these mustaches switch from, like, Ron Swanson to, like, now it turned into a porn mustache.
Oh, yeah, it's a porn stash for show. Okay, so then the guy's like, I'm staying for a little while, and then I believe it jumps forward right there, and you realize they've been like, he's lived in his community for like 3 years now.
Oh yeah, it does skip. I think it's like 4 years skip, then 3 years skip. Then
yeah, I think it went 4-3. So that's 7. It started off at 03. So now it's 2010.
Oh, then they meet Joel.
Yeah, and the guy that Frank, he's like, hey man, I want to make some changes around here. I want to make this community look nice, and I want to invite friends.
The house. Yeah,
I want to paint the house. I want to make the boutique down the street look good, and the liquor store, and I want to invite friends over. And he's like, we don't have friends. And he's like, well, I've been talking to this nice lady on the radio.
Tess.
And in enters Joel and Tess, and they have lunch with them where Nick Offerman isn't that happy about. He's got a gun pointed at him the whole time.
And Joel's just another cowboy just like him. He said, listen, I've been to Star Wars. I fought the Mandalorian. I know what you've been through.
Yeah.
And then Nick Offerman's like, you're nothing like me. And then he's like, hey, I've been out there. I fought my fights.
So they have their first, get together. And Frank and Tess are, chatting in the background. It's like, hey, I have this new code. We can play music to identify, different decades. And he's like, 80s means trouble, obviously. What's the joke there?
So do you think that at the end of the first episode, when it's like, oh, I don't know what the joke is there.
I'm wondering if Trouble Man by, was that Marvin Gaye? Anyways, I think that was a popular album. What were you about to ask?
Do you think that, because it made you think that at the end of the first episode when it plays the 80s song, that it's Joel's brother that's in trouble. But also could it have been that...
Oh, you didn't get it at the end. It explains it at the end.
So he didn't check in and then...
Yeah, okay. At the end it's like if I don't check in within every 2 weeks, play this song.
Yeah, but then
80s.
At the beginning of the first episode, it makes you think it's his brother. So cool. I guess his brother's okay. Has he talked to his brother?
Trouble Man was from 1972, so I don't get the joke. Something named Trouble, some song in the 80s. I'm assuming it's like a famous album or song was the joke, but
Here Comes Trouble.
He said his
That's in '99.
Yeah, so he said his brother was in Wyoming. The song was not about his brother.
No, now I think that's certain, but it took 2 episodes to find out.
Yeah, you were led to believe it would be his brother. So they have that meeting. He says that to Tess, so now you understand the music from episode 1. Then it flashes forward probably 3 more years, like 20.
It's like 10, right?
No, because we have like one more thing. Remember they're running around, and they've like.
He's like, look, I got strawberries.
Oh yeah, so the guy because I was like, didn't they have more interactions with Joel and Tess? No, but they talked about him. So he traded a gun for some strawberry seeds, and he grew strawberries, and they were juiced about.
Yeah.
And so now over the years they've befriended Joel and Tess, and they've been like working with them to trade things that they have and the others don't.
Exactly.
And in that scene, like the guy Frank is running really good, and he's really athletic, and then the other guy is like,
sorry, I'm too old.
He's like, I'm getting old fast, Bill the Doomsdayer.
Yeah, and then Frank's like, well, that just means we're getting old.
Which is nice in these troubling times.
I guess that's all you can ask for in zombie apocalypse.
And then that night, their fence.
Well, Joel gives him a warning because he's like, well, FDAC ain't gonna come after you, and that's like the Empire in Star Wars. He's like, Fedra ain't coming after you. You're too high up. You're probably out of the senses of the zombies, but you know who's gonna come after you? Poachers. That's a good one.
Looters, and you see that fence up there? What that metal's got about 1 year left. It's corroding pretty bad.
I see that.
Yeah, he was giving him a speech that was like, this is back when he didn't like Joel at first. And he was like, you're gonna want to trade with us because I can hook you up with good fencing.
I can get you 2 whole spools, though we'd have it up by next week.
Yeah, so he wanted to work with him, and he was proving his point. So then they flash forward, and
did they have a new fence by that time?
No, they must have, because they held him off.
Okay.
So they flash forward. I'm pretty sure they're holding off the looters that attacked that night, and Bill goes out there, and he's shooting hog wild, and Frank distracts him. So Frank is not like, he's not the gun guy, you know. He's more of the
strawberries.
Yeah, he's a strawberry guy.
He grew the strawberries.
Well, yeah, Bill's the hunter. Bill's the hunter. Frank's the gatherer. Yeah.
Hunter-gatherer.
So the gatherer is sleeping through the attack, and the hunter's out there going hog wild on these guys he has a sweet Home Alone trap. That was a great trap. So he caught them all on fire, and
which would already have pissed me.
And he's got his rifle out there, and he's creaming them while they're on fire, but some of them are shooting back. And then Frank the gatherer goes out there, and he's
like, go back inside. And he's like, what are you doing out here? Go back inside. And he's like, I'm telling you that. It's shot in the belly.
Shot in the belly. And then they drag him inside. Meanwhile, the looters are on fire, so they're going to be okay from them. But he drags him inside, and he's like, call Joel. He'll look after you while I'm gone. And he's like, what? No. He's like, call Joel.
He'll take care.
He'll take. And he, goes to sleep.
But also, he was like, this house, it's too much work. You can't take care of it on your own. So he's like, I'm about to die. You got to get out of here. Call Joel. He'll help you.
Yeah, and, obviously Joel will come because we got a lot to offer.
And then he's like,
yeah.
That'll be good to you. And then he dies.
Flash forward 3 years, and there's a guy sitting there on the front porch in a wheelchair. She's like, oh, Bill made it. Yeah, he made it. He's just in a wheelchair now.
He got his C7 shot.
But then you go up there and you find out it's Frank.
And does he have like Parkinson's?
ALS, I imagine.
Okay.
He's not shaking like that bad. Well, ALS is like when your muscles like degenerate, I believe.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Like.
It was the ice bucket challenge. Remember that?
Like, what did
I think Lou Gehrig had it.
What? Gosh, why can't I think of this?
It's also called Lou Gehrig's disease.
Damn it, John.
Do you remember the ice bucket challenge?
Who's the guy? Stephen
Hawking.
Thank you.
Wasn't he like that his whole life?
He had ALS? No, because there was a movie about him, and he like got married, had kids, and then went full Stephen Hawking.
I know nothing about Stephen Hawking. I try to know nothing about Stephen Hawking, and I've succeeded.
I saw a movie, or I saw a clip.
Maybe he had ALS, but I don't know. He looked way worse.
I don't think he was like this his whole entire life, and people like.
You're right. I saw it's the guy from the Harry Potter spinoff.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, I know nothing about this.
What's that guy's name?
Benedict Cumberbatch.
No, that's Doctor Strange.
Yeah, I know.
The guy from that we're talking about, from the Harry Potter show.
Newt.
Yeah, Newt Scamander. What do you give him in a A list, B list, C list?
No, this is a
toughie.
This is a British actor.
Ah, so you think that changes things? He's at least in the B's.
Yeah, I'm gonna be. He's a British actor that's an A-list.
Benedict Cumberbatch.
Benedict Cumberbatch.
There's
a
lot of British actors.
Yeah, but mainly they just come out of the woodwork afterwards.
Oh yeah, you're like, holy shit!
Yeah.
Oh, that would have been a great game.
And we love the movie, and then they tell us they're British, and it's too late.
You got us again.
Who's that?
Yeah, well, who won the war? Who's that?
It's tough because they do such good American accents, and it's just tough to reverse it.
Cheerio.
Hello.
Pulpit. Yeah, there's so many British ones. I feel like there's more of those.
There's probably more British actresses.
Emma Watson, A-lister.
A-lister, nice.
Actually, everyone from Harry Potter's an A-lister.
Who's that girl that was in The Queen's Gambit?
Oh.
Don't know her, A-lister.
Is that the one, the Russian one from that X-Men one?
She's got really big eyes.
Really wide apart eyes.
Yeah.
She looks like she can see that wall and that wall at the same time.
Big eyes.
Mm-hmm.
The dude from, I saw this picture that, like, you know Dudley from Harry Potter? Like, the actor's really skinny now, and his eyes are really close apart, and they were in, like, a movie together, and they were like, if they had kids, they'd have perfectly spaced eyes, because like, that girl's, like, really far.
Pretty good. I have seen Dudley since then.
Yeah.
That guy's name, Newt Scamander's name, is Eddie Redmayne.
Eddie Redmayne?
Yeah, look how the last name is spelled. Redmayne.
You think that's his actor name, or you think that's his real name?
I don't know. Jude Law, A-lister.
Real name or actor name?
I have no idea. I feel like they all are actor names. They all
like
Jude
Idris
Law.
Elba.
Two weird names.
That's a super sick name, Idris Elba.
Idris.
Might not even be his real name. Is that how you say
Idris? I would call him Idris.
Idris.
Okay. I wanted to see what Stephen Hawking had. So we get there. Frank's on the front porch, and he has ALS, and Bill survived the whole thing. And now it's jumped 10 years, I believe. Yeah, because it jumped 3. That was at 2013, and then it jumped 10. So now we're present day.
And he's miserable.
Oh, yeah.
Frank's miserable, so he's just sitting there. He's
painting.
Hopefully that wasn't.
Huh.
My mic might have been on mute, but I've been talking, so it probably wasn't too long
ago. You've been on mute for a long time?
No.
Okay. We're just going to pretend you weren't. God.
Regardless.
How would that happen?
Well, there's a button on here that you can mute the microphone with, and
it's been pushed?
No, but I did just sit back in my seat.
Oh.
So I probably went to adjust my microphone.
All right, I hope so.
Yeah, we're good.
Okay. So it turns out it's Frank that's in the wheelchair, which was a surprise. And he likes to paint and stuff, and he's like doing a really shitty job now because he's got.
It still looked pretty good.
It doesn't say what he has.
Abstract art.
But it does say that it was uncurable back in the day. Stephen Hawking had ALS for 55 years. So I think by the end of it, he was just a really bad case. Like, he had it like, I don't think people normally live that long.
All right, how he did.
So what happens next? Oh, well, then he's like...
Suicide pact.
Yeah. He's like, hey, listen, I'm miserable. We've had a nice, happy life together. But I want to take all these pills. And
yeah, you see these pills right here?
I'm going to take them.
I want you to crush all of them up, and let's take them.
I want to have one good last day. So what you're going to do...
We're going to get married.
We're going to dress how I want to dress.
Going to go to the liquor store, drink a bottle of Bonjour with rabbit aioli.
Yeah, I'm assuming that was the same meal, right? Had to be.
Probably.
So, and he's like, and then at the end of the day, you're going to put all these pills in my bottle of wine.
And it's funny because they're drinking wine.
Uh-huh.
And then they're drinking it, and then Ron Swanson dumps all the pills into his, and then he chugs his glass. And he was like, there was already drugs in this wine, wasn't there? Like, they probably were off, like, a year's worth of painkillers. Because, like, Ron Swanson drugged his wine, his glass.
Yeah.
But he had already drugged the wine.
Just that one time.
No, he drugged the bottle that they were drinking on, right?
Yeah.
Because he killed himself, too. But he added, like, a gallon of white powder to this dude's drink.
Yeah.
Just seemed crazy.
I'm confused by what you meant they were high the whole time.
Because he had all the painkillers in the wine.
Just for that last glass.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Ron Swanson went back there with other pain pills, poured them in the whole bottle.
Okay.
He poured his husband a glass, poured all his pills in there, so he would go ahead and take it.
Yeah.
And he didn't want him to know that he was also going to commit sue.
Right.
So
okay, I'm on.
So then, and he only guessed because he pounded it and he drank it so intensely that he was like, "You just did too, didn't you?" He was like,
"Oh yeah." At that point, I mean, like, if I was just like had like a group of people for 5 years, and all of a sudden all those people died, and then I was like supposed to live in zombie apocalypse by myself again, not happening.
Yeah.
Or like if like it was
I think
like,
you need to move your mic in front of your face.
It's right beside me. I think you're stressed out because it was on mute, but it's not on me anymore.
Yeah, you stressed me out about the mic. All I know is on the pod, I sound perf because look at me. I kiss my mic like Ron Swanson and like Frank. That's right.
No, because then you can't see the face.
That was sad though.
R.I.P. Sad on what part?
That whole ALS scene and them dying.
I mean, the dude's like...
People die.
It really wasn't that sad. The dude's like, for like, what it was, the dudes lived out their best life.
Yeah.
And they're just fine with it. Went on their own terms, which is about all you can ask for in a zombie apocalypse.
Oh yeah, the guy was like, dude, I'm old. We've done this for
like,
20
we grew
years.
old in a zombie apocalypse.
Like, we're doing pretty good.
Done. Like,
So
I grew old in a zombie apocalypse,
mm-hmm.
and I died just in my sleep.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Pretty good.
I win.
So they eat dinner and then they go to bed and die. And then it goes to Joel, who
it was either a few weeks later or something.
Yeah, soon after, because we found out about the music, so it's probably like not more than 2 weeks after. Joel like comes knocking on their gate, and no one's answering, so he types in the code, and then they go to their house, and he realizes something's going on, and there's a note addressed to Joel that's like, "Hey, take everything you want," and
it's all yours. He had a ton of stuff.
Yeah, I mean, he has tons of guns, all the best guns, ammo, a car, and
I like a bunch of veggies, maybe some sustainable goods.
Yeah, he's like, I had a good life, and I used all my stuff to look after the one I loved. He's like, use this to look after Tess.
And then he's like, oh,
it was already dead.
R.I.P. Tess. Good job, Joel.
So Joel realizes, hey, I think he's getting to the point where he's starting to realize, I need to look after this girl and be her caretaker.
Yeah, I think it's about
because he's always
father-daughter.
Yeah, he's always douching her a little bit, but she's starting to grow on him. So they're downstairs in his little bunker taking the stuff they want. He leaves them the car keys, and the girl's like, "Hey, let me grab a gun." And he's like, "No, over my dead body."
Do you think she grabbed one?
No, she didn't grab one down there. Did you not see her later grab the gun?
Oh no.
Oh, so then they go to the car, and he's charging a battery, and he's like...
You know she's going to save his life with that gun.
So I was about to ask. So they go to the garage, and they're working on the car, and she's like, I'm going to go take a shower, and then you're going to take a shower because you reek. And then she goes inside, takes a shower, and he's still in the garage, and she comes into where the gatherer's gun is at the front. Remember that he grabbed in that front drawer?
Yeah.
And she sees that gun, and she hides it in her backpack.
Oh.
Now, Joel hasn't wanted her to have a gun the whole time.
Right.
So I was debating, do you think she's going to do something good and save his life with it, or do something bad
be like,
and something DA and mess up?
I think she's going to save his life. I think she's going to save Joel's life a lot of times until she can't, and then Joel's going to die. But she'll probably like take a couple bites for Joel. She'll shoot a couple zombies for Joel, fend a couple zombies off.
So I'm not that deep into the video game world.
Either. I never played it.
But I was looking up video games today, and like best top 100, And The Last of Us is like number 14.
Oh.
And number like 28 is The Last of Us Part 2.
Oh, impressive. Good job.
The Last of Us Part 2.
I don't like... what do you mean?
So there's a second one.
I assume there'd be more than one season.
Do you think that the people who know what the second one is know what happens? Like what's going to happen? Mm-hmm. I'm sure Joel's the character in the second one.
I'm sure people who have played the video game know something that we don't know. And I'm thankful for them
keeping their damn trap shut.
Good job, guys.
Yeah.
Because sometimes it's not the case. I was reading like Game of Thrones theories, like people that know like the historical everything about Game of Thrones, and I'm like, oh god, I don't know if I wanted to know that.
Yeah.
Or like when it's like
people who read the books,
Game of Thrones, and it's like Rhaenyra Targaryen's buried down there. She was murdered by, and then like fill in the blank, and you're like, ah. I mean, it's cool that we get to see it, but shut up, Joffrey.
I don't know that, but now I know she was murdered.
Yeah.
Taylor knows what happens, and I don't know what.
Oh, really? She knows everything?
Well, I think you know what happens, right? You just read it.
No, I couldn't tell you the whole thing, but that's a good start.
So,
murdered by her own blank dragon.
Anyways, then they take off in the car, and Joel said, "Hey, we're gonna head to Wyoming. We got 3 rules. You do what I say.
You shut up.
I can't remember the 3 rules, but he had.
Stop saying the F word.
Yeah,
that's all she likes to do is say the F word. And we're trying to work on that, Ellie.
Yeah, so that was episode 3. I thought it was a good episode. It was really about Frank and Bill the whole time, the backstory from the video game. So
and maybe just to get them a car.
But what I do, I mean, it's how we got the car was the main thing for Joel. But the whole episode was Bill and Frank. But you know what? After what you told me about how it's in the game, it's Bill, no Frank, and they gave him a backstory.
Yeah.
That means that they're going to really milk this video game.
For sure.
They made a whole episode about a character that doesn't, exist. Mm-hmm. So.
That's cool.
Yeah, that's cool. I like that. Yeah, I hope there's a few seasons.
Yeah, prolong it.
I think that Joel's going to live.
I have a game. This is a quick game. I actually have 2 games, but the second game I think we should just play almost every single time.
Okay, I got 2 games as well.
Okay. This one is called The Last of Sus.
Oh, good one.
The Last of Sus.
All right.
All right, I'm going to name 4 historical figures. One of them was gay.
Oh, this is good.
Okay.
Because I have a similar game.
Really?
Mine's named different.
Okay, so here's the first. One of these 4 people is gay. Da Vinci, Michelangelo, Donatello, Raphael. Yes, they are all the Ninja Turtles.
Oh, so one of the turtles is gay?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Da Vinci cut his ear off and gave it to a girl.
Van Gogh.
Oh, shit. Already on the wrong track. Okay.
It's not Van Gogh.
It's not Michelangelo.
Okay.
They wouldn't let him paint a chapel.
Good guess. Good guess.
I'm going to go with Da Vinci then.
It is, in fact, Da Vinci.
Yeah.
All right. Question number 2 and the final question. There's
Okay.
not a lot of old historical figures that you both know. It was Charles the First. And I'm like, okay.
Okay. Good.
I believe it.
Yeah.
All right. So, number 1, Napoleon Bonaparte, Julius Caesar, Pompey, or Alexander the Great?
Pompey.
Julius Caesar.
Who says?
Quick Google search.
Okay.
All right, let's hear your one.
Okay. Mine is called Gay or Nay, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hey man, I mean everyone's doing the gay thing, so
it's so Hollywood right now.
Yeah, I mean
so
you checked your box, good job. You're not woke. Everyone's doing it. There are now more gay couples in television than there are.
True, the woke thing would be to put just a regular
straight couple. I haven't seen that in decades. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 questions. One of these people is gay, and the other one is straight.
Okay.
And they're famous people. Yeah.
Same
but it's just between 2.
Okay.
Sir Patrick Stewart, he plays Professor X in X-Men, or Sir Ian McKellen, he plays Magneto in Gandalf. Professor X or Magneto?
It's Magneto.
Yeah.
Okay,
good one.
but
you jumped at Patrick Stewart.
Yeah, I think it's the name.
All right. Jesse Tyler Ferguson, he's Modern Family's Mitchell, or Eric Stone Street. Mitchell. He's Modern Family's Cam.
Mitchell.
Well, how did you know?
I don't know. I feel like that was a common thing that people knew when that show was famous.
These are pretty easy. I just want to get you on one. Okay. Josh Hutcherson. He's Peter Millark. Or Jennifer Lawrence. She's Katniss.
She probably says she's like bisexual.
This one was kind of a sketch website. It was Josh Hutcherson swings both ways.
Oh, okay.
So it was him.
Okay.
But it was iffy.
Okay.
He said he might dabble, something like that. Johnny Galecki, Big Bang's Leonardo. He's also Russ from Christmas Vacation. Or Jim Parsons, Big Bang's Sheldon.
Sheldon.
Yeah, did you already know that?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. All right.
Is that the one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, you said they're both gay. Every time I name someone, you say gay.
Oh, I just the character that played Sheldon was gay.
You just can't wear a mustache. I haven't touched mine the whole time.
Oh, I mean, it's been itching.
Yeah, you just got to itch it with your nose. That's what the guys with mustaches do.
Really? I feel like it's easier with real hair.
Maybe. I also feel like it's not this itchy.
This is agony.
I mean,
the rash alone.
I mean, the top of my head isn't itching like just crazy, you know? I don't think real hair itches like this. Okay. Zachary Quinto. He's Spock in the new Star Treks. Or Ewan McGregor. He's Obi-Wan.
No way.
Which one?
I'll go with Spock.
It's Spock.
Okay. I was like, I didn't think Ewan.
All right.
He looks just like 3 other actors.
Lee Pace, he's Ronan from Guardians, or Ralph Fiennes, he's Voldemort.
I can see Voldemort being a little bit...
It was Ronan, I got you.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
man.
Finally, right at the end. That was the end. All right.
Good job. All right, did you have another game?
Yeah.
All right, you can go next. I think this should be the last game.
Oh, I know. I think we should play yours.
Okay.
I mean, we'll play mine, but I think we should play them both.
No, I meant like play mine last.
Oh, okay. Yeah. This is, I couldn't think of anything good to call it. It's just called Video Game Adaptation. Mm-hmm. It's kind of a wordy name.
Yeah.
Because right now they're making The Last of Us. They've made Sonic. They got a Halo show I haven't seen. Tron, Mario's coming out. I think they got a Zelda coming out. So.
There are a lot of bust, though.
Oh, yeah. Most of them stink. So, I got some that, which one would make a better adaptation?
Okay.
Crash Bandicoot or Ratchet and Clank?
Ratchet and Clank.
I know. I think that would slap.
That'd be so fire.
That would be good.
They're a beast duo.
And it'd be like the Mario cartoon looks like it's going to be good.
Yeah.
So if it was like that.
Mushroom Kingdom, here I come.
Here I come. People hate that. Mushroom Kingdom.
Here I come.
All right. Call of Duty or Fallout?
Have they not done a Fallout? Isn't Fallout just like the same? Oh, what is the one that Tom Holland did with the?
Oh, that was Far Cry. Drake something.
We'll do Call. They both movie renditions is a movie that's already been made.
Yeah, I mean Saving Private Ryan or something. Like any army movie, you could just like call of Duty.
Yeah, either one. I don't care.
I'm gonna do Call of Duty.
Okay.
Metroid or Fortnite?
Metroid. I would rather see like a...
Got no idea what they do in Fortnite. Metroid could be like
weird
RoboCop.
Yeah, you do like an origin story of Metroid. Sounds cool.
Either of these ones could be good. Grand Theft Auto or Red Dead Redemption? Red Dead Redemption is Grand Theft Auto. Yeah.
Just because...
They got Westerns. They exist. Mario Kart or Super Smash Bros?
I think Super Smash Brothers would have more comedy on the outside of the ring.
Yeah, that could be good. Minecraft or Among Us?
I'm trying to think of how these... I would go in Minecraft.
Oh, really? I would have gone Among Us.
Well, there's a lot of story to Minecraft that you might not know. There's a dragon. There's actually an end to Minecraft.
Oh.
Yeah, I've witnessed the dragon.
Skyrim or Assassin's Creed?
Skyrim. I think they already did an Assassin's Creed.
If they did, it must have been bad. Never heard of it. All right, this is a threefer. Slugfest, Blitz, or NBA Street?
NBA Street.
Yeah, that'd be like White Man Can't Jump. Oh, yeah.
NBA Street was so beast back in the day.
Of all those, which one do you want to see the most? I'm not going to keep doing that. I don't think.
What?
Run back like I did with it.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe NBA Street, but
I think video games just weren't normally meant to be turned into TV. The Last of Us is a nice.
Yeah, they did good.
Yeah, they did really good.
But zombies are kind of easy, and especially depending on how much storyline they give you.
Yeah, because for the same thing with Call of Duty, any war movie is gonna slap. So
and they have backgrounds, so they could tell a quick little background, give a little bit more story to every single one of the soldiers. Have a soldier look in his
guy with the mask. That's the meme.
Yeah, Ghost.
What's that meme all about?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I'm not too
into the meme world.
Not too up to date with them.
Okay,
but you have a couple soldiers make you get starting to like these soldiers.
Emotionally involved.
Yeah,
someone gets their kappa detated, and then all of a sudden you're
soldier,
bawling your eyes.
Open his wallet and sigh, and it's a picture of his daughter and his wife. You immediately know that guy is gone, sadly. Mm-hmm. But in the movie world, that's how it works. But
if you see a guy open up just his wallet and a picture of his husband comes out, he's in there for a long haul.
Oh, yeah. He's going to survive a long time. Begrudgingly by his other cohorts.
Yeah.
And,
don't ask, don't tell.
No, but, all right. So this is the final game of the night.
Is this about net worth?
No. I do love those games, though. I like guessing those.
Let's do a few net worths at the end.
Oh, this is a lot of games.
That's okay. We do net worth all the time, too.
All right. This
just
is
introduce
word association game.
Okay.
So we think of a word, we say 1, 2, 3, we say the word. Then we think of a word off of that word, and we try and guess the word. We're trying to guess the same word. You feel me?
Yeah.
All right, you ready? I think this first one's going to be so easy.
Oh, I think this first one's going to be so tough. I'm still learning the rules.
Just think of a word, and we're trying to say the same word at the same time.
All right, ready? Wait, one last question. Is it based off the show?
No.
Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3.
Broccoli.
Mustache.
So now it's broccoli mustache.
Okay.
All right. 1. Do you have a word?
Sure.
1, 2, 3.
Italian food.
Green Italian food. I got one. I got a good one.
Okay, ready?
1, 2, 3. Zucchini.
Pesto.
Damn it.
Zucchini's in anything food.
That's
a vegetable.
They make zucchini alfredo.
They make a pesto sauce.
Oh, shit. No,
Zucchini pesto.
I thought we'd be better at this. I got a word.
Our words are too hard to match.
I got a word.
All right, ready?
1, 2, 3.
Pizza.
Vegetable. Zucchini pesto pizza. It's zucchini pesto pizza. No. All right, so now we got pizza and vegetable. I don't know.
All right, now I got one.
All right. No, it's not.
3. 1, 2, 3.
Green
Peppers.
pepper.
That
should be.
That
should
counts.
count.
That
Okay.
counts. That's fun.
I was gonna say tomato, but that's not even. That's one of the sneaky fruits for you.
All right, we going again?
Sure.
All right. 1, 2, 3. Microphone.
Spork.
Microphone spork?
Yeah.
Okay. 1, 2, 3. Food
Screen.
Network. Screen?
I don't know. They're too far apart that we just guessed what the other person was going off of.
I think maybe we should do less thinking. Right off the cuff. So we're on Food Network and Screen. Right?
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
Gordon
Television.
Ramsay.
1, 2, 3. Food
Spork.
Network. Back to sport.
You stress me out. Spork is my comfort word. I don't know. Here, let's restart from the beginning.
All right, enough with the sporks.
You got your word? I got my word.
1, 2, 3. Beard.
Elephant.
1, 2, 3.
Gandhi.
Tusk. 1, 2, 3. Africa. Are you even trying to link the words?
I'm trying for you to do it for me.
You're just saying words that go with your word. Oh, shit. This mustache might have stands last day.
Oh, man, we almost made it through the whole thing. That is terrible. All right, what are we on?
You said monk, and I said Africa. 1, 2, 3. Monkey.
Buddhism.
Are you gonna play?
I'm trying, bro.
I'm trying to tie the two in, and you're just saying your stuff. Buddhism, monkey. 1, 2, 3. Buddha. What just came out of your mouth?
I don't know. I think it almost sounded like Buddha.
It was close. It looked like you
I
were
was scared.
it looked like you were waiting to see what came out of my mouth.
All right, I gotta work on that game.
All right, we'll be back.
We'll be back on that one.
All
We're
right,
gonna get better.
let's do
Net
3
worths.
net worths.
All right, I want to do Joel.
Yeah, Pedro Pascal.
Yeah, I know. I'm gonna guess 72 million.
Oh, that's good. 60 million. He's got Mandalorian, and now this. He also did Game of Thrones.
You killed her.
And Narcos. I think Narcos is when he got famous.
Dang,
What is he?
10 mil. You're getting ripped off, Pedro.
Dude, you need a manager. Come on the pod. We'll find you a new one. My gosh.
You're being too nice, man. We'll take 15%.
Yeah, easy. We'll cut you a deal.
And guess what, bud? We'll get you in a Marvel movie. That's what all you guys want now.
That's the secret.
Mark Ruffalo says, I don't even like acting in the Marvel movie. He likes those paychecks, though. Screw you, Mark Ruffalo.
Mark
I don't
Ruffalo
want
said
you
that?
on my I just assume all those, like, actors, like if someone...
I feel trapped in a box.
Like, yeah, if Ruffalo's, like, a critically acclaimed actor, and then he's, like, hanging around all of his other critically acclaimed
And they're like, oh, what have you done recently? And he's like,
Incredible Hulk.
He's like, dude, you got an incredible bank account. Just
like,
chill.
You guys know we all do it. We all sell out to Marvel.
Yeah, ridiculous.
Hey,
Okay.
Mark, how long did it take you to prepare for this line? Me smash. I hope he gets roasted at Hollywood parties.
Yeah. Can't we? Who do you dislike more, Anthony Mackie or Mark Ruffalo?
Mark Ruffalo.
Yeah, I think this is an anti-Mark Ruffalo pod.
Anthony Mackie,
Seems nice at least.
he's all right as a person.
Yeah.
Just don't like the Falcon.
Yeah.
Mark Ruffalo I hate as the Hulk, and I hate as Mark Ruffalo. I hated as Mark Ruffalo playing Mark Ruffalo.
Okay.
Sorry, dude.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Mark.
I'm sure you got a lot
You're
more
probably
fans than I do.
Yeah, you're probably fine.
You're so
What do you think, Nick Offerman's?
60 million.
40 million, I'm going with. 25 million.
Jeez, guys.
Yeah, what's going on? Normally, you guys have way more millions.
All right.
He was in
going
Parks and
off
Rec.
the Knicks, and this will be a tough one.
Friends was making $1 million an episode, and this came out. Parks and Rec came out afterwards.
I know. He should have been making $1 million off like the last 3 seasons.
Yeah, or at least like 500,000. It's like $1 million every other one.
Yeah, that's crazy.
All right.
Nick Cannon. This could be big numbers.
Yeah, but he's paying a lot of child
I
support.
think he's still going to have, but he's got like 12 kids. That's crazy. What a beast.
I'll go 125 million.
I'm going to go 220. And then I'm going to just do net worth. Oh, no, this man's getting robbed out here.
What's he got?
Approximately 20 million.
Man, why did we think he was so rich?
Because he was at some point.
I mean, he...
I thought he had the world by the balls. I thought Nick Cannon was up there, bro.
He was on America's Got Talent, but what does he even do anymore?
I thought he was like billionaire status.
He
didn't
he
get a
had,
lot of trouble.
what was that show he had?
Wild and Out.
Wild and Out.
He had Wild and Out. He had a lot of shows, I feel it.
Yeah.
America's Got Talent, Wild and Out. I always assumed
You
was
know the
like
name. He an A-lister?
Core and Nickelodeon.
Just because his name was Nick.
Maybe.
I think so, too.
Maybe I thought he was richer because I thought he owned Nickelodeon.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
A-lister?
Who? Nick Cannon used to be. At some point was. Now is not.
I like that. B-pluster.
Yeah. Same with like Selena Gomez.
Still an A-lister.
Selena Gomez. Famous.
She's starting a decline, but
She got like polio or something. went off of the radar of the people, just went to lay low, B-lister.
At one point, she had the most Instagram followers out of anyone.
At one point, yes, indeed.
So she probably still has a dick load.
Yeah, I'm sure people didn't just unfollow her.
She has 374 million followers.
A-lister.
Yeah, I mean, that is a lot of followers.
You just don't see her around that much anymore.
Her last post had 3.5 million likes.
Okay.
She's an A-lister.
Okay.
She dated Justin freaking Bieber. A-lister.
Okay. All right, I think
I would in fact say his wife,
Haley Baldwin,
B-lister at best.
As a celebrity?
Yeah, I don't even know.
I don't know her.
The only thing she's famous for is dating.
I thought and her dads are famous.
She's related to famous people.
Okay.
Alec Baldwin or Steven.
Really?
Steven Baldwin.
Which one?
I think it's Steven, Alec's brother.
The weirder brother that you always saw.
Well, the one that didn't kill a man and go into prison.
Killed a woman.
And go into prison.
Yeah. I don't know how to feel about that, but...
it seems douche.
I would be...
the guy loaded the gun. Like, I don't think that's Alec Baldwin's
I'd be like,
fault.
hey, was this a risk on every single set I've ever been on? Because I didn't know, you guys were handing me guns to kill.
And that I would just be the one that got in trouble
but also,
for it.
he was, he wasn't just an actor. He was, director. He had a lot of more responsibilities than your normal actor on that set.
I got no idea, but it seems really unfair.
Oh, it seems pretty freaking douche.
And I don't think I'm even an Alec Baldwin fan.
I don't even like the guy.
Yeah.
Don't hate him as much as Mark Ruffalo.
No, but I don't want him going to prison for accidentally shooting and killing a woman.
Tough. I bet he's beating himself up mentally already.
Shouldn't have killed that lady.
Man.
That was a mistake.
How the heck?
How'd that happen?
You know who I should kill? I should kill that gun guy. That's who I would want to kill at that point.
Who loaded the gun? Are they not in trouble?
I know. They better be. They better be, because Alec Baldwin is getting the short end of the...
He is getting absolutely sticked.
Yeah.
All right. Sorry, Alec. Hope you're the best.
Yeah, good luck.